button in when I actually am, but hello everybody, good morning. Sorry I was a couple of seconds late here today. When I went upstairs to go through all the products to make sure that, all was copacetic, what do you know? We have been so rocking the diamond world that much of what I had intended to bring to you today is sold out. So guess what? I redid everything. So basically, you're going to see some great things, Black Friday specials. You're going to see lots of easy pay on things, but the name of the game is limited quantities. So if you see something you like perhaps these beautiful fancy colored diamonds, probably does best behoove you to get in early. I hear Jonathan was here first today. He gets the prize. Who else is around, Mama?
Well, we're waiting. They're catching up.
Excellent. Well, you keep, you mean you're catching up. Her fingers are like flying. It's funny over there. So yeah, we'll say hello as we go because we're getting all set up, running just a little bit late today. All right, so to get started, I wanted to lead with this. This is a symbol, of course, of Christianity, but it's also a symbol of love and hope and joy and celebration. And with everything happening in the news this week, I thought that this would be a great way to lead off and to say welcome home. So if you are looking for a great symbol of faith for the holidays, if you wanted to let somebody know that you're thinking of them, it is just so much more special to receive a diamond cross in the mail than it is a bouquet of flowers, as much as I love flowers. I just think that this is so special and so incredible at under $100 that it just seemed natural to start with it today. It is item number J454618. It is Black Friday sale priced. Obviously, we wouldn't do something like this all the time. It's $74.98. But for those of you that do act fast, you got a shot at it, and it's in both colors. So we have 14 karat gold over sterling silver. That's one of the ways we were able to get the price down quite a bit. We didn't want to take the chain away because we understand that you want to wear it right away. But quick little word that I was reading about last night. One of my customers' mom is not doing very well, and so she's been checking in with me and letting me know how her mom is doing, right? So she, not this cross, but she has a diamond cross that she pinned on her mother's pillow. So yeah, through the veil. And I thought, that is the nicest thing. So when her mother wakes up in the morning, she'll see it there. She had the pillow propped up next to her. And I just thought that was an incredible story. I loved it. Isn't it? It's so loving and sweet. And yeah, just a wonderful way to not only wear a cross, but display a cross. Over the years, I hear lots of really innovative things to do with your jewelry. One of the things that comes up actually more often than you would guess is to hang these on a window. So you know those little plastic suction cups that have the little ring that you can hide, you can hang things on? That's a nice idea with diamonds because diamonds love the light, right? So just a couple of special things. I'm thinking for the men in your world, for the women, for the children, because this isn't overly big. It's about an inch from the top of the bail to the bottom. It's articulated so it moves, so it catches the light. It's one big 15 pointer, and it's right in the center. So very, very special piece, and I thought a great way to lead off. Now, the reason I say man, woman, or child is you can extend it. You can make it as large as an 18-inch if you were to grab that jump ring right there, but you can also make it as small as a 16 and anywhere in between. So for that growing tween, or maybe for you, a little fashionista who likes to wear lots of different necklines, you want to have the perfect length and not have to buy a whole bunch of chains, kind of nice to have that there. So again, that was item number J454618. It is at QVC.com today. I should have really led with that, so let me go backwards a little bit. For those of you that already know who Mama Pat and I are, good morning. Right, Mom?
Hello.
Hello, she says. Yeah, good morning. We love being with you guys. What we do here, and we're not affiliates. I am hired as an advocate for you at QVC. I'm a diamond and jewelry expert in general. I have my graduate certificates in diamonds and also in colored gemstones. And so ask away. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for your questions, but mostly I enjoy the fellowship of this group. I think a lot of you do, the friendships that we've made over the last couple of years we've been doing this. We're free, and if you like what you see, please do hit subscribe or tell a friend about us, because that's how we've been growing, right?
No commission connected to this?
Oh, no, we don't make commission. We're not affiliates or anything like that. We're
This
just
is
having a
just
good
fun.
time. Yeah, talking about jewelry. So we're happy to have you along.
Carolyn joined me with a cup of coffee.
Oh, how nice. Yes. Carlin? All right, here's to you.
Carolyn,
Carolyn, here's to you. Not my most glamorous mug, but man, I love a Yeti mug. I really do.
I really do.
I drink iced coffee like crazy. Mom drinks it hot, and we love those mugs. Anyway, not as much as we love diamonds. You know, back when lab-grown diamonds were first developed, and they were developed by General Electric back in the 1950s, they were actually developed for industry use. You know, diamonds are a really hard substance, and so they're great for like scratching or etching or just in general in industry. But General Electric needed more of the low-grade diamonds, the industrial diamonds, than what Mother Nature was producing at the time. And so they went to the lab and they experimented and figured it out and started using lab-grown diamonds. Well, then a scientist there said, you know what, I bet you I could perfect this and get more perfect diamonds. And so over the course of several decades, they worked on it and created lab-grown diamonds, which are chemically, physically, optically diamonds. And it's what we're going to be seeing all throughout the show today. These are real diamonds. They are just not from the earth. They are instead from a lab, which a lot of people prefer, A, because they're a lot less expensive, significantly less. And we'll talk about some of the other reasons as we go on through. But the main thing with this presentation, which again is J454345 and was chosen as the cover girl today, is that they have now perfected color. Not everybody can do it. Very, very select labs are doing it. And this is the finest that we have seen in the market. These are what pinks are supposed to look like in their ideal situation, like the kind of pink diamonds. And these are real pink diamonds, the kind of pink diamonds you would see in a tender that Tiffany's was putting on to sell 3 little diamonds, right? And they were 7, 8 digits. I mean, seriously, this is the kind of caliber stuff we're looking at here. And so to have it for under $2,000 just in time for the holidays just gives me shivers, honestly. The most valuable of all of these, I know you probably think it's the pink, but the most valuable in its natural form from the earth would be the blue. Blue diamonds, you might remember La Cour de la Mer, that famous piece from the Titanic. That was a beautiful blue diamond. You may have even seen it in the Smithsonian or in pictures in books and known that it was something that you would long to own, right, because of its beautiful color. This is not a coating. This is beautiful diamond where they have figured out how to grow it. And last but certainly not least, our QVC customers' favorite color of diamond in fancies, hands down, is yellow. This is fresh as a daisy. It's a vivid color. It is that perfection color that Mother Nature yields so rarely, and most of us thought we were priced right out of. It's on 5 easy pay of $400 at QVC.com, but it has been red hot. I probably shouldn't have included it today, but because there are so few, but I know that we are a small but mighty little crowd here on YouTube on Wednesdays, and this could be your last glance at it. I don't even know if there's enough for it to go back on the air right now. We'll have to see what goes on, but we have it in the blue color in size 5 only. Now, before you cry real tears, know that I believe that this could be sized up or down up to 2 sizes. So if you wanted the blue, you could go as large as a 7, anywhere between a 5 and a 7. And I think you could also go smaller. It's, I think you could easily size it to a 4, but get it home if you like it. Take it to a jeweler and get their opinion. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you use Easy Pay, you'd only have to put down $400 to go get that opinion. It is really, really special. It's worth the extra effort. Now, in the pink, we have size 4 through 9, and that's all. And they're like 1 in each one. So this is why go to QVC.com when we're done with the live stream and go check it out if you want it, because it's just crazy. In the yellow, pretty good. We were able to buy it deeper. It's easier to make the yellow. Yellow is less rare in nature, and it's also easier to create. So we brought it in size 5 through 11. So if you do see this again, it's likely that I'll just be talking to you about the yellow down the line. But as you get closer and closer to Christmas, forget about it. These were a real difficult thing to do. But it's a 3-stone design, which stands for past, present, and future. Let me show you a little bit closer. Here's the yellow. Terrible picture of that yellow. The light just blew that out. It's a very, very good, vivid color. You can see the pink a little bit better here. And they're in halos of white diamonds. By the way, the quality of the white diamonds is VS+. That means very slightly included up to flawless, and they are near colorless or better. Most jewelry stores work with a standard, a minimum standard, and then they go plus or minus. We go just plus, meaning you always get more than what you bargain for when you shop here. There's the back shop here. We're not shopping together today. I keep forgetting. Yes, no. But when you go to QVC.com,
Get mixed up.
I do. I forget what day it is where I am. Anyway, it's fully finished on the back. And I think because it is so solid and it's constructed really well, and the way the diamonds are set, I think you could have it sized. So take one long last look. There's not a lot, so I don't want to spend a lot of time. But know that it's a carat 75. It's a Black Friday sale item too, so they're promoting the heck out of it. That's why it's really important. If you do want it, you reserve yours now. Get it home, take a look. You even have time to send it back before the holidays, but if that's what you want to do. But I think when you get a hold of it, you're just going to love it. Oh, I wanted to explain before I move forward what makes pink diamond pink, what makes blue diamond blue, what makes yellow yellow. And I'll just do this fast, okay? Again, the most valuable of all of them in the real world of nature would be the blue. These are grown in a laboratory from the seed of a diamond, and it starts with a white diamond. So how do you grow this beautiful blue? Well, you do what Mother Nature did. That's how this whole thing started with General Electric. They mimicked or figured out how to mimic what Mother Nature does over billions, 3.5 billion years. They figured out how to do it faster. So it is boron that gives a blue diamond blue. But it's more than that. You can't just induce boron into that vegetable. You have to interrupt the lattice structure in the same way that it would be interrupted in nature every now and again. Remember, it's one of the most valuable diamonds on the planet. So yeah, so that boron is the key to that. Over here, the pink. The pink the majority of the world's pink diamonds came from the Argyle mine in Australia. That mine stopped yielding a number of years ago anything significant, and that's why you see those outrageous prices in the diamond tenders on the pinks, and very few of them are in this wonderful bubblegum kind of color that's just so super vivid and saturated. That is also a prize for the pink girls. I happen to love pink. I put this next to my pink sapphire, and they are so close in color, but a diamond has not only the luster similar to a sapphire, it has got the brilliance, all the rainbows, all the beautiful colors within. It's not just pink or blue that you see all the colors of the rainbow when you wear this out into the light. It's really, really special. So very, very special. All right, the yellow. The yellow happens with, again, an interruption with the lattice structure. And in that case, it's nitrogen that seeps into the diamond. And depending on the amount of nitrogen, you get the darker colors. This happens in the yellow more frequently in nature, but it's still a rarity. You know, diamonds, fancy color diamonds always carry a premium, and everybody's got their own personal love. Our QVC customers just really embrace that color. And I know you will too. You're going to love it. You pay the same price, though, for any of them. So grab them now while they're here. They're at J454345. Will we be going forward with this? I sure hope so. I really do.
I have
Cross your fingers.
a special request right now for a gentleman, I think,
Yes?
named White Rabbit.
White Rabbit.
We need to explain to her in a private message
Okay.
what lab-grown diamonds are.
Okay. Well, I can talk about it now if you'd like.
Do it, but
Does she
I
have
don't
any
know if
specific
she's on.
question?
The boyfriend is on.
Oh, okay.
White Rabbit.
Okay, White Rabbit. Lab-grown diamonds and diamonds from the earth. They are the same chemically, they're the same physically, and they're the same optically. All right, one is grown in the dirt, one's grown in the lab. I think you get that part of it. All right, so where we once were able to, or we would have to mine, disrupt the earth, and do all of those things to get diamonds, which the Natural Diamond Council is, you know what, White Rabbit, this is a really good tip for you. If you are struggling with this, what's the difference between lab grown and natural grown? Read what the Natural Diamond Council, if you Google Natural Diamond Council, read what they have to say about it. There are pros and cons to both of them. Lab-grown diamonds are more plentiful because we can grow them at will, right? We just need the seed of another diamond. And that's why you're getting better than 60% off, and we can get you better quality. We can control it better. So diamonds from the earth traditionally have always held their value very well over the years. The jury's out on the value statement with lab-grown diamonds because, again, there are so many wild cards in the equation. But at the end of the day, they are both diamonds, and I can get you bigger, bolder, brighter diamonds in lab-grown, more clean diamonds in lab-grown that are 100% diamond.
It's like roses.
Yes, it is like roses.
She'll understand.
Yeah, we always talk about the analogy of roses. You know, roses that are grown in the hothouse are no less special than roses that grow in the wild. And in fact, a lot of times they're more perfect because they're man-tended. I always use the analogy of private schools, right? If you're lucky enough to be able to send your kids to private schools, you're hoping that you get a better education for that child, but it's not always the case, right? Lab-grown diamonds don't always turn out like this. It's not like, you know, Lucy and Ethel at the Bonbon Factory, and where the conveyor just keeps going faster and faster. It's not like that. And we don't always get perfect diamonds or near perfect, near colorless diamonds when we're growing diamonds, but we can consistently get better quality than what we're finding at prices that are so much more affordable. Does that help? And if you have any other questions, I'd love to hear them.
Give your email.
Oh, yeah, here's my email address. If you want to reach out to me, we can talk about it further if you're trying to make a decision as to what you want. I buy both of them for different reasons.
You already bought it, evidently.
Oh, good, a lab grown? Ah.
Yes.
Oh, well, yes, let's talk about it, okay? So write me a note at hello@youaresolidgold.com. hello@youaresolidgold.com. All right, because you are
That's
solid
worth
gold.
the time to explain. That poor guy.
Oh no, I definitely want to try to help you to maneuver this, and maybe
Poor
lab
bird.
grown. Well, okay, I don't want to hear the story right now, but
No.
we got a lot of people here. But I would like to help you out if there's some way that I can, or maybe clarify between the two for you. So drop me a note; it'd be great. All right, you ready? Everybody's sitting down and situated comfortably because those socks are about to blow right off your feet. Look at that. That is a 5-carat, 3-stone band ring. This, again, almost didn't make the show. It is on 3 easy pay of $1,542, and it is so worthwhile. I know it's a big chunk of change at $46.25, but wait until you see this. Again, not only is there a huge carat weight and gorgeous, pristine diamonds, but look at the gallery work. Ready? Yeah, there it is in yellow. I actually really love it in yellow. Look at the gallery. Wow. I love this little bezel set diamond here. I don't know what it is about those. They're like a little secret between lovers, right?
Yep.
And then you've got all the diamonds along the side, 4 in the middle, 3 down each shoulder. Gosh, that's pretty, really nice. This one is super limited. As I mentioned, in the yellow, they're size 4 and 8, but it can be sized. It can be sized. This has been out like once or twice, and it's already gone. I know, it's supposed to last all through the holiday season. The white version, which is right here, is in size 11 only. Now that surprised me because, well, again, everybody's got their own taste, but I just think the yellow does warm up the diamonds a bit, which you either like that or you don't. I don't mind it at all, but it's just so romantic, right? The yellow, where the white version will look really super icy. So you love the one on the side too? I know, it's so cute. So the setting itself, if you were to go into a store, you know, they have those remounting sales and you go in and you look at the naked rings without any diamonds in them, and then you bring the idea is you'd come in, you'd have a glass of champagne, you'd bring your wedding ring that you've been wearing for decades, and you'd find a new setting for it. And if you've ever done that, you know, and I'd love to hear your feedback in the chat, you know that you can spend this amount of money or more depending on the ornate qualities of the setting you're looking at. So here you get the whole thing done. And it's 5 full carats and they're big, juicy rings. So there's a back side view of it. I wanted you to see how it's going to feel. You can kind of do that, right, when you start to watch QVC. Again, if you like what you're seeing here, please do hit subscribe. Or maybe you're like White Rabbit and you just want a little more information on things, then definitely subscribe and come back because
It's free.
it's free. And you have access to me. I'm happy to answer your questions anyway. I use QVC product just as examples, and we give the item numbers just as a service to you, but we're not affiliates or anything like that. We just really love the products, and we want to try to help you make good decisions when you're buying diamonds.
Carol Cameron loves them all, but
Yeah.
she would buy a pair of earrings first.
Oh, well, that's good timing.
go.
I'm going to earrings. Geez, wow, okay. You know what, Mom? This is probably a good time for you to read a testimonial on. We have a testimonial on these. This came right from the web. You can go read them yourself if you'd like.
Oh, the hoops.
Yeah, the hoops.
Do you want me to?
Yes, please, loudly.
This is from Canal. Yeah, that's got to be Canal. When Amy Strand gives you that look, and we know what we mean,
That's funny.
you need to buy. These earrings arrived today, and like the very first reviewer, I gasped when I opened the packaging.
Ah,
One earring was a little loose closing, so she took it to her jewelry. She ordered yellow gold, but either color would be superb. Now the whole thing is a comment from
Canal.
Canal. And Amy Strand, let me tell you, she knows
She's a
her
tough
stuff.
customer.
She's one
Yeah.
of our
And I
hosts
know
on
the look.
QVC.
Yeah. Amy Strand is one of the hosts on QVC, and the look is like,
She don't
yeah.
mess around.
No, especially when it comes to diamonds. I thought that was a funny
Yeah.
testimonial. This is limited quantity as well, but you got a better chance because I've got both colors. Here's the yellow. In the middle, you see baguettes, and then left and right, standing up just a little bit taller, you see brilliant rounds. And it's like magical. I'm not kidding. It's like looking at a Christmas tree when the lights first go on, because you see all the vitality of the diamonds on the side, and then you see the flash, that kind of slower rolling of color throughout the hoop. I love baguettes and hoops. They're not easy to set because, of course, a baguette is flat and you're setting it on a curve. But when you get it done right like this, it's really, really quite breathtaking. These are about 1.25 inches. You can see me trying to measure it on the set upside down and backwards. I don't know how I did, but I think I did pretty well. J449014 is $1,000 for these. 3 easy pay of $333, but I can save you the time of going to a jewelry store and trying to sort through what diamond earrings she might like, or I might like, I guess. Now, before you comment on my funny ear, I think we all know I've got unusually large ears for a woman. Not as big as Mama Pat's, but when I took this picture of myself, which I thought was a pretty good talent when I was on the set, I had my earpiece in, and then I attempted to take it away, to take the earpiece away. But the point is, these are nice and big, nice and big. I wanted you to be sure that you could see the scale. Nice. All right, so there's the white, and here's the white on Racina. She was wearing them the same night. Now, these little hoops, Racina and I have similar hoops. I've gotten a lot of notes about those, and I have put in a request that maybe we can try to bring in some smaller hoops like that in the future.
Boy,
But
I'd have them.
how perfect is it layered with a smaller earring, right?
Oh.
And she's right about the earring back. What you want to do when you get them home is you want to work them in a little bit. But sometimes when people pull too hard, they can get a little stretched or whatever. So just work them in gently about 6 times. It is, after all, sterling silver, which is malleable. Metals are. And so, you don't want to torque on an earring. You want to be, gentle, careful with it. But in her case, she was able to get it repaired really easily. So, oh, look at Blair. There, that gives you an even better, a little bit further away, a little bit better idea as to what the scale is on those. So Blair has got this beautiful wild hair, right? I just love it, the way it moves and everything. And I worry sometimes that earrings are going to get lost when we take pictures of her with them. But will you see it? That you can see these from across the room. They're perfect, just like her.
I could stack that.
And she's as nice on the inside too. I like her.
My studs.
You could stack that with your studs. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you did buy the Firelight studs like Mama did, which were a big deal, this is a very nice compliment, yes. But baguettes are long, thin cuts. They're like a rod or a stick or a breadstick. They're actually named after the baguette, the French baguette. And so what you get are longer facets, and they're more face forward. It's called step cuts. And so the difference between a baguette and an emerald cut, because people ask me that all the time, is an emerald cut will have a clipped corner. And so it takes a really high degree of skill to cut a baguette and to cut an emerald cut. You don't put a novice on the job. It has to be somebody who's really skilled at what they do. And QVC happens to have some of the best baguette cutters in the world on their team. Speaking of some of the other benefits that you get, White Rabbit, and the rest of you that are out there when you buy diamonds from us, is every diamond, whether it's from the earth or whether it is from the laboratory, is sent to the Gemological Institute of America to be inspected on your behalf before they're set into jewelry.
Oh, they love this.
Yeah, these are really nice hoops. They really are. They're fashionable. They're a little bit bigger. They have the right weight so that they look elegant and rich, but they're not over the top where they pull or drag. I really like them a lot. So I forgot what I was saying, but every diamond goes to the GIA, which nobody else does that. I mean, globally, I don't think anybody else does that. And I asked the gentleman at the GIA directly when he was at QVC not too long ago, and he said to his knowledge, no, nobody goes through that exercise, and nobody puts them to the task like what we do. So we work great as a team, and everything we do is in accordance with the GIA. With some mom and pop shops, they don't have GIA accredited people in the store. And that's no reflection on them. They have lots of experience and have lots of great information. But that extra step just gives a lot of people greater peace of mind. So that's why I love it. All right. So this little guy, I wouldn't recommend waiting. This is item number J449916. Yes, it's $111.98. Isn't that nuts? Yep, 111. It's a stacker, and it's a sweet little stacker. It's on 3 easy pay of $37. Now, in white, super limited, but better sizing in white when I came on the air than there is in rose. And the yellow is completely gone. So it's called the bamboo ring, and the reason for that is the shape. Do you see how it looks? It's like a stylized piece of bamboo. I like this better than the etching or the ridged things that I see some of the other designers doing, because I don't want a literal interpretation of bamboo. It's too style specific for me. I like the fact that it looks like it's undulating. That's attractive to me, hopefully to you as well. I also really appreciate the fact that they snuggle together. So if you've got another solitaire, the rings will fit more closely together. So if you're building a stack, this is your girl right here. It's about 1/8 of an inch, so they're not hugely wide. They're, you know, like a stacker would be. They're the little, what they call sliver rings. But as a first ring for a young girl, maybe as a sweet 16, maybe you've been looking for a thumb ring that's a little bit more avant-garde, the diamonds go all the way around. So it could be a pinky ring, could be an index ring. I mean, you could stack to your heart's content. You could buy 2 of them, actually. Many of our customers have, and they wear them as ring guards. So let's say that you want an engagement, or pardon me, a wedding band to go with your engagement ring. Maybe it's a brilliant round. A lot of them are. You put a brilliant round next to this, you've got your wedding set, and then at a time to be determined by you as a couple, you start wearing the other one, which is an eternity band, and you wear it on the other side. So they become ring guards, they become your wedding band and your eternity band, and you only had to spend $222 roughly to get 2 of them home. If you bought 3 of them, and I know it sounds crazy, but these are diamond rings in precious noble metal, you could put maybe the white one here, the pink one here, and then the white one on top. And that would be very much what's happening in the European countries right now. A lot of pink and white in metals. Yeah. So I see people coming in and making comments. Mom, anything that I need to address right now?
Oh, just they're a good value. I've seen them.
They really
I
are.
would buy a pair of earrings first. I mentioned that.
Oh, speaking of earrings, if you do, you know those earrings that Mom's wearing, or that I was telling you about that Mom has, that was the one, the big deal, the BIG before it's gone. They had completely gone, and they got a few more in stock in the 3/4 carat size. So if you want those, go check them out. You can look at them under, I think they're still under Big Deal, or just when you go to the search engine, type in Firelight Studs, and you'll see them there. There's not many, but there's a few. I try to give you the inside scoop here on Wednesdays. We can't do so much of that personalized shopping on Mondays because the audience is too big. But here, we're small, but we're mighty. We're a voracious group of people that love diamond jewelry, and we love what we do.
Yeah, I've got a
testimonial? Oh, great. Read it.
the bamboo ring.
Great.
First I'll say, I wish they didn't call it bamboo.
You too, yeah?
Yeah.
I just like how it sort of undulates. I like, it almost looks like mountains or hills. It reminds me of when I was in Sedona in the Rose.
I like this lady's name, Princess Patricia.
You are going to be princess all day today.
It's not me.
I love
Purchase
that.
this in the sterling. Now, although the diamonds are relatively small, they have a lovely presence and shine beautifully. I like that. I'm going to stack this ring on my pointer finger most of the time, but I may also wear it alone.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, people are finding it to be really, really versatile. By the way, we keep talking about how small the diamonds are. You get a lot of weight here. These are, I don't know if I mentioned, these are 1/3 of a carat.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're bigger diamonds, but they're spread apart. And usually when they do 1/3 of a carat in the singular diamonds, they'll cluster them together, right? But in this case, they spread them all the way around because people wanted an affordable eternity piece and something that they could wear as a stack. So the diamonds are mighty. You know how she was saying they really show in that testimonial? She's right about that because, again, whether you pay $100 or $4,000, like the other piece we saw on our show today, the quality is the same. It is VS Plus, which means very slightly included or better at QVC, and HI near colorless. Every diamond here is round shape, full faceted, brilliant cut. So they really do have a lot of power. They are small, but they are mighty. They're like my friend Dr. Ho, who I saw for lunch last week. Anybody remember Dr. Ho? If you love Dr. Ho, throw me a few hearts. I'll tell him you were here today. He has been such a force of nature in the infomercial world. And he and I worked together, 20 years ago at HSN. Here are the earrings that you guys were enjoying. Those hoop earrings are J449014. They are on 3 easy pay of $333 today. Now, prices and inventory changes really fast. We're living proof of this morning. I reworked the show for you before we went live on the air. We had tons of sellouts. I did include some things that were limited just because I think they're really special. These are J449014, as I mentioned, and they come in either 14 karat yellow gold over silver or the rhodium plating over sterling silver. They're really nice. But I really love this ring. I like it in the yellow, but it comes in the white gold too. This is solid 14 karat gold. It is at sellout risk, so you need to be aware of that. It is, however, in my professional opinion, something that could be sized. Right now, like 10 minutes before I came live with you, no joke, we had size 4 and size 8 available in the yellow. And we had, let's see, where's the white? Oh, this way. That's what I get for switching hands. In the white, we had size 11 only. Now, that doesn't mean you're out of luck if you wear a 9. I think you could get either the yellow or the white, and you could have it sized for a 9. If you get the size 4 in the yellow gold, you could have it sized up to a size 6 or even made smaller. I wouldn't go much smaller with it. It's a 5 carat ring, so it's a giant, beautiful gob of color. I mean, it's just gold and yummy diamonds. It doesn't get me closer to the phone than this. I was like so tempted. I really think it's incredible. It's J453088. Love it. There, you see it on my hand.
Yep.
Yum. All right. The 3-stone ring, J454345, is our cover girl and kind of the focus of what we're doing here today. These just came in. These are real pink diamonds, real yellow diamonds, and real blue diamonds. Our diamonds are scrutinized very stringently with the GIA and go through a number of quality checks. In the blue, we have the most limited quantity, size 5 only, but again, it could be sized. In the pink, they're size 4 through 9 at QVC.com, and in the yellow, they're size 5 through 11. It's J454345. And then last, but certainly not least, we started with the reason for the season. Oops, where'd she go? I thought I had a 2-shot of that. I guess I didn't. This was something I added right at the last minute. This is J454618. It is the cross necklace, and if you joined us late, you're just in time. It's $74.98 for the chain and for the diamond cross. It's going to be going up about 20%, just so you know, but it is on a Black Friday sale price, and it's on 5 easy pays of $15. Wow. Imagine the time you're going to save. I know, really, honestly, if you've got half a dozen people to buy gifts for, you're looking for something for your church bestie or for your best girlfriend from high school, you want something that's really close to the heart, nothing is as special, really, as a gift like this that you wear literally right against your heart. Well, you guys are definitely our hearts, and we do love you. We love spending time with you. We hope to invite you back on Monday for Dazzling Diamonds at QVC.com. But on Wednesdays, we get together and we have some fun with you, a little more one-on-one. Are there any final questions as we get ready to say goodbye, Mom?
A lot of my stuff dropped off here for some reason.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, in that case, we will see you next time, Monday at 12:15 at QVC.com. Thanks again so much for shopping with me. My name is Michele Lau. Mama Pat, you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, Mama Pat.
Goodbye, Mama Pat. All right. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you real soon.